Righto, let's kick 2015 off, ladies and gentlemen. Councillors, welcome back. All looking fit and refreshed and ready for action. So good to see you all here. I think Councillor Dick is not too far away, and also obviously welcome to members of the public. And we have a couple of speakers here who are with us already. Could I ask Councillor Bevan, please, to take us through the prayer? Thank you. Isn't it good to hear a bit of rain on the roof? Long may it continue today anyway. Apologies for this meeting being none. Notices. I have a notice to kick things off. Decision item number 16, the High Court decision, Tuki Plan Change 6. I propose that we deal with that in open session, and would like to shift it to a new number 10 on your agenda. And we have copies, I understand we have copies for the public if they don't have them here. I think that's correct. Okay. And the second notice, which is a huge surprise to everyone, is the Chairman's monthly report. I'm going to move that lay on the table when we get to that, because unless you want to hear fishing stories, not much has happened. The odd meeting, well, you won't believe the fishing stories probably, but okay. Any other notices?
Mr. Chairman. Thank you. On councillors, on the 18th of February in your calendar is the Regional Planning Committee meeting. That will still go ahead. What I would like to propose is that at 9 o'clock that morning we have an additional meeting of the Corporate and Strategic Committee solely to consider the Napier-Gisborne Rail business case, please. The 18th of February, so that would start at 9 o'clock. If you're comfortable with that, we'll advertise that. And particularly the chairman of the committee. Start at 9 so that it's finished in time for the... it gives you plenty of time really to work your way through that.
Okay. So I do have another notice. I just see it arrive here. Change of plan for a proposed field trip to Taharua catchment. The farmer community were not ready for us on the 5th, and other key people, but at the Taharua. But in its place, we propose to go and have a look around the Panpack operation. They hold a number of consents with us. They're a big business in the area, and those that are interested, if you could please let the appropriate people know that you're interested and available to go, if that is the case. That's the 5th of February. Should be passed around. Right. Okay. Let's move on. Conflict of interest declarations. There being none, let's go to the minutes held on the 17th of December. Hopefully everyone's got a copy of that. I'll quickly go through for accuracy on page 2-3, page 4, page 5, 6, 7. Councillor Balfour.
On page 7, under item 12 in the second paragraph, there's a reference to the amount of water under contract sits at just under 22 million. I think even HBRC says that the amount that's under contract is 5, and another 17 somewhere in the pipeline process, but certainly not under contract.
That's also my memory, Chair. Either the amount would have to be changed to 5.6 million, I think was the actual figure given, or instead of
for water under contract,
or you change under contract to read under discussion with users.
Or in the contracting process.
5 million was reported with the Hawke's Bay Fair. It's only come through to the outside of the
Under,
under contract.
okay, so the change would read,
Just say
Within the contract
In
in
the- in
place,
the- in the-
contract.
And-
contract is at 5, or is around 5,
or what say we just said there was 22 million, just under 22 million cubes in the process, or would that cover it? Would that,
Well, I would have said more accurately under discussion with potential
Under
consent holders
discussion.
or users.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mr Chairman, there is a further amount under discussion. This is actually where formal proceedings have started. So I think we need to be careful.
amount of
to
water
see
in the
that-
process
Yep.
just sits at under 22 million cube. Okay. Thank you, Councillor Belford. Let's move on, page 8 and 9. Someone happy to move that is a true and correct record of... Thank you, Councillor Bevan. Thank you, Councillor Belford. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Any matters arising from those minutes? Right, thank you. Follow-up items. Chief Executive.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. Good morning, councillors. Happy New Year. I'll just go through these items fairly briefly. The update on the progress of upgrading stopbacks on the Awanui stream, Mr Adey has suggested that be reported or presented as a report to the next Environment and Services Committee meeting in March to give you a much more comprehensive picture of what's happening there. The Te Reo Treaty Workshop for councillors has a date is yet to be confirmed, and I will liaise with Mr Mohi on that. An update from the Maori Committee. It says here that there is a formalised the appointment of Bill Blake, and that's on the recommendations on this page, on this paper, on agenda item, beg your pardon. The submissions for the Hawke's Bay Regional Planning Committee bill close at the end of this month, and I haven't quite finished it, but it will certainly be lodged by tomorrow, and will then be available on our website, where we put submissions that we make, and the reference to that is actually underneath in the next item, which is the comments that we have sent to New Zealand Petroleum and Minerals on the proposed 2015 block offer. So the final versions of our comments or submissions are posted on our website, and you can get them from that link.
Right, any questions? Someone happy to move then? We accept that report. Councillor Scott, seconder. Thank you, Councillor Pipe. Discussion. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Thank you. Minor items not on the agenda. Councillor Grant.
I have two, Mr Chair. Central Hawke's Bay Sewage Plant and the contingent liability on the office space that we leased from Napier City.
Thank you. Any others? Right. Well, let's go now then to recommendations from the Maori Committee on page 11. Mr Mohi, would you like to kick off the proceeding here? Do you have a view on any of that, or any additional comments that may help us with the decision at the end?
Well, just in terms of you reported back to the Maori Committee on the submissions, so I'm asking you, in view of some of their remarks, do you have any remarks?
In regard to the range of issues that were presented to council by the subcommittee of the Maori Committee. I think I was asked to comment. There was no chief executive available at that meeting from memory. The key issue was a second-tier manager role being created for a, if you like, a first point of contact for Māoridom with the regional council, correct? Yeah. And I'm not sure where that's gone. We did discuss it.
We discussed that at our executive meeting yesterday, and we want to take a specific proposal back to the Maori Committee. Haven't drafted that yet, but your next meeting, I believe, is around about the 17th of February, is it?
It's early, yeah.
Around about then, so we'll put something back to you then.
A comment on, it's actually not here, but the Matariki's celebrations, which are in 2 years' time. I understand from some minutes from the Rotorua District Council, there was $7 million injected into their economy when they held the festival there 2 years ago. So that's a haka and waiata competition which is held over a week, just to give you, put it into context.
Thank you. Councillor Scott, did you have a question?
Chairman, at our last meeting, and it is mentioned in the minutes, there was a verbal report back from the Maori Committee and a discussion and a comment on their expressed views on this. However, it was actually in their record of their meeting as a formal resolution. And as this is the report of the meeting, I do question why that resolution is actually not printed here. I think it's a matter of process that as that was lodged as a resolution, it was moved by Dr. Marker. I can't remember who seconded it. I do think a formal report on the meeting like this that doesn't actually include that is an incomplete record. The actual wording of it was discussed, but it wasn't actually presented as a formal resolution at the last meeting.
To council, but
This
there's no
actually does for this,
reason.
reports received and things like that, and I do think that any resolutions should be recorded, as they should be referred to this meeting. I mean, the recommendation to council was that that be presented to council. The resolution of that committee was that that resolution should be presented to council.
Okay, that wasn't the impression that I got from the actual
Well,
minutes, but
perhaps
there's
we
no
could
reason
refer
why
it
I
back
can't
to Mr.
include that
Martin to
now.
just see that we do have a correct record.
Yep. Yes.
Happy with that? Okay. Any other questions?
Just with regard to the appointment or the change from Bill Blake to Sean Herrick, I just wonder whether it's normal process for us to send a note of thanks to Sean for his contributions.
Thank you. Makes sense. I'll write that later. Yeah, he is right. Okay, is someone happy then to move? Councillor Scott, no further questions? So we have a mover, do we have a seconder? Somewhere in the room. Someone happy to second? Oh, thank you, Councillor Grant. Further discussion? I'll put that motion. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Thank you.